to everybody, organized by the PL in our education society between the donors and the beneficiaries. And I have been getting reports about how the beneficiaries are faring in their educational field. Actually, it's very heartening to know that the children who got the benefits, educational benefits, are doing exceedingly well in their studies. They have got a focus, and some of them are gainfully employed, and they still remember that help they got from the society and returning back to the society. In fact, one of the speakers before me said that we should not only thank the beneficiaries who are accepting the benefits and doing their studies very well, we should also thank the donors, should thank the society, because you get more happiness when you give, you get less happiness when you receive. And we lead our life by what we get, but we live our life by what we give. So giving is always a more pleasurable thing, particularly giving to those who need that help and those who deserve that help. Now, this I would like, we have got some experience in terms of years, but unfortunately experience in life is something like a comb you get when you lose all your hair. But that experience you can pass on to the younger generation, which will be more valuable to them. Now, I would see my family is also associated with the teaching and education. My father was a school teacher for more than 40 years. My wife was a headmistress of high school. Though I didn't directly work as a teacher in an academic place, in our own railway in-house training organization, I was a trainer and I was a head also. So, teaching is always the art of learning with the students and from the students. When I was working as a trainer in our railway institute, one day I came very tired and my father asked me, he used to stay with me, why you are so tired? He said, I am working only for the last 3 years as a trainer, but I am teaching the same subject to the students. I am getting bored. I asked him, did you not get bored when you taught for 40 years the same subject, English, geography and science? He told me there is a difference. I taught no doubt the same subject, but not to the same students. See, with every batch I learn from them, and some batch people will be very much interested. For them, I need not do any motivation. If I do motivation, it will look boring to them. But some batch students may not be that motivated. I have to bring them to a level where they can learn things fast. Now, I would only request all of you, in life if you have to succeed, there is no substitute other than work. Only in dictionary, the word success comes before work. But in real life, work comes first and then success. And second thing is focus. See, for anything that you want to accomplish successfully, the purpose, perseverance and patience, all the three are important. You must know the purpose. If you work without a purpose, you won't succeed. Second thing is hard work, that is perseverance. Third one is results won't come quickly. You have to wait for the results to come. So if these 3 P's follow, then you will be able to succeed. Another is communication skills, you are all talking. Of course, today I may be able to communicate very well in my mother tongue, but communication in English, particularly if you don't study in English medium, may be a little bit difficult. But English is like a subject. It's like mathematics or science. You can easily learn if you know the basic grammar and spelling and all. So, for which also the society is organizing certain programs for you. Make best use of it. And once you are able to overcome the barrier of the communication and gain confidence, then it won't be, if you are good in your subject, if your communication skills are good, you can exceed. You can do very well in life. And never have a complex, neither superiority complex nor inferiority complex. See, you might have heard of the story of one of the former first ladies of US, Mrs. Roosevelt. She was a very simple woman when she entered the White House. So no magazine used to bother about her. She was not a fashion trendsetter and all. Finally, when she left the White House, she was the most respected first lady because she always used to say, nobody can make you feel inferior unless you accept you are inferior. So there are many persons who may discourage, many persons will motivate you on the positive side, but occasionally somebody may demotivate you. Don't bother about that. Whatever people say, fine, there is a truth and you need to improve yourself, improve. Otherwise, don't bother. You go ahead with your purpose. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. And I wish all of you to give back to the society when you settle in life to help similar such students in future. Thank you very much. And I also thank Mr. Reddy, who is ably running the educational society. Today, there is no dearth of money. Only channelizing the money through proper, effective channels is difficult. Correct? When we were all young, money was very difficult. Today, everything is available other than money. And people think they can buy anything with money. It's not so easy. Even for spending the money in a purposeful, meaningful manner, you need lot of efforts, dedication, and volunteers. Thank you very much.